In the previous 2 episodes, we covered items 1 through 11 of the PA Bar Association mock trial website. In this episode, we will cover the important items of 12 through 19 of the website, including rules of evidence, timekeeping, and teaching tips. Welcome to PA Voter Information Network. This is Larry DeMarco, your host. Are you anxious about this upcoming election season? Well, I have a cure. Just click the subscription button on my YouTube channel and all your opponents are guaranteed bad luck. In the rules of the competition, focus on pages 15 through 35, which is rules 3 through 8, and then worry about the makeup of the team, tournament, rules, and regulations. Now I want to look at the rules of competition. They're somewhat long. For a general understanding, rules 1 and 2 focus on the team. Rules 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 focus on the case material, witnesses, and the trial. And rules 8 and beyond focus on the tournament competition. So you can focus on the earlier parts of the rules in your initial rule review. The next section is the rules of evidence. The important sections are the 400 level, the 400 rules, which is relevancy and its limits. The next important section is the 600 section, the 600 rules, which relate to the witnesses for impeachment. The next important, of course, is 700, which are somewhat simple, and the 800 level, of course, deals with hearsay, which will probably be the most challenging for the students. The next section on the website deals with the Student Timekeeper Guidelines. General guidelines for timekeeping. Please note, the clock runs during openings and closings. There's 5 minutes for each speech. Clock runs for examination of witnesses, including cross-examination, the reading into evidence of stipulations, and marking of exhibits if the attorney needs to ask questions to authenticate exhibits. The clock is stopped for objections during the marking of exhibits, showing the exhibits to the judge, opposing counsel, and publishing the exhibits to the jury unless the attorney is asking a question while doing any of these. It's also stopped during sidebars or whenever the judge is talking. Please note that each side gets a total of 30 minutes. And if a side goes over, please note the grave penalties that each side gets. If you go 2 minutes over, 2 minutes and 16 seconds over, you're penalized 10 points. That's an enormous penalty in the competition. So the students get the benefit of being able to warn their teammates at 5-minute intervals to benefit. The next section on the website discusses teaching tips. General tips for teacher coaches. Attorneys can assist teachers by sharing the law, procedure in civil and criminal cases, the burden of proof, rules of evidence, the law relevant to the case and the materials. Brainstorming is a good teacher technique for case preparation. Teachers and coaches should not do the work of the students. During group work, attorneys can take one group, teachers another. All participants must thoroughly familiarize themselves with the rules of evidence and rules of the competition. It's important to de-emphasize the competition part and stress education and enjoyment, and of course the ethical conduct and rules of civility. The difficult things to learn are not asking leading questions, and of course asking good leading questions on cross. How to introduce physical evidence, to follow the formality of the court, and not to ask too many questions on cross-examination. The team should remember their opening and should remember to prove what they promised to prove in their opening, and should remember on closing that they can only mention the questions that they proved during trial, not what appears in the statement. Participants should speak loud and clear. Students should formulate questions as early as possible for the witnesses. Courtroom etiquette should be practiced at all times. Team members should be coached to address the jury, not the judge. Cross-examination should be short and to the point. Each attorney should be prepared for interruptions due to objections from the opposing team or possibly from the judge. And other opposing attorneys who are defending the direct examination should deliberately interrupt whenever possible. Witness statements should be memorized but not read verbatim. The last on the list is a trial roster form. Before each competition, your teacher, coach, will hand up the roster, itemizing each name and the role that each student will perform at the competition, and that is all the information provided by the PA Bar Association. If you like this episode, please subscribe to PA Voter Information Network. Forward this link to an attorney friend who might want to coach, or a high school student, high school teacher, or other high school administrator who would like to start a mock trial team in their school. Don't forget to click the like button and leave a comment. I would appreciate receiving your feedback. Signing off. Tune in next time. Bye for now.